man. I was stressed, man. Oh man, it's like I called him up. I was like, oh, he's trying to change my baby.
Yeah.
You know, and he, you know.
I was like, give me his number. Let me talk to him.
Oh man, there's a lot of stress. So, you know, but not everybody's like that. Not all the publishers are like that or whatever.
Okay.
He just had a different agenda, and we went on the same page, and he just wanted to put me into a box that I wasn't in.
Right.
I got you.
You know,
It's definitely worth saying that too, because not everyone's going to be like that.
Right.
But it's like, whether you're doing music, whether you're doing, you know, video or anything creative, you always have to be leery of the people that you deal with, because someone who's interested in working with you isn't going to try to change what you do, because that should have been what attracted to them to you in the first place. So it's like, if someone's interested in working with you, you have to just be steadfast in what you do. You know what I mean? Because once people get familiar, then they think that they're familiar enough to start suggesting that you change up, and that never benefits you. You end up going down someone else's path that way.
but you know, earlier on, I could say, you know, I played with a little, you know, poetry where I put it in a book that I wrote when I was 23. Now, I say that I wrote a book when I was 23, but I did nothing with it.
Okay.
It was called Through It All, and it was fiction. And I look back at it now, and I'm like, it was garbage. It was garbage, but it was a catalyst, you know. And you know, I had the discipline to sit there and write something out, you know. You know, and I knew that I could do it. And what I did was, as a Christmas present, I went down. I think it was like Staples, and this is years ago when I was 23. I put it together, you know, went to Staples, and it was just like a pamphlet, you know, and I gave it out to my family members for Christmas.
Hola señores, so aquí estamos con el libro de Vick Breedy. Si los que saben leer en inglés lo pueden obtener con ella. Es un libro muy bueno. Como pueden ver, tengo gorras, también tengo las camisas y libros. So, cuando ustedes quieran obtener un libro, pueden entrar en el website de ella y lo pueden obtener. Y nada, muy buen libro, escójanlo. Damn, do you read better?
You know, and you always question your work, you know, and then you question if you ask the right person also. So I'd actually say it wasn't until I got somebody outside of my circle to read it that I really felt like, okay, that's a good book. You know, I heard, you know, people don't want to hurt your feelings. People want to encourage you to keep writing, so they may not, you know, give you
100%.
Yeah. And so
that's a good, that's an important piece. Make sure you go outside of your circle
definitely.
Yeah.
at least once.
Right. Because it's the whole thing, man. We've all seen, you know, America's, you know, the singing show, whatever, and you got these people up there singing and their families around them like, nobody told this person. You know what I mean? That's one thing to support, but come on, don't have your people out there looking foolish. You know?
Yeah.
So that's why, it's, like you said, it's important. Go outside your circle, go total strangers, teachers.
That's a very good
You
point.
know?
So what can we expect next? What's coming next? I know we got a book. What else?
So just recently I released Still Bitter, and that was challenging. I say it was challenging because I had to make it good enough for the people that read Bitter, but also attractive enough to people that had never read Bitter and just pick up that book for the first time and still want to read it. You know, someone that might not know that there's a bitter before the Still Bitter.
Right.
You know, so that was challenging. I've had 5 Amazon reviews so far on it, which is great. Oh, Amazon reviews, super important. If you've read my book, any of my books, please go on Amazon and leave a review. They have like certain numbers that you have to reach in order for them to do stuff for you, I guess, or post stuff for you, or advertise you. Right. So
can we know the number so that we can?
Oh, right now we're at like.
No. What do you need to hit?
Oh, like 50. The first number I believe is 50. And
So we're
in our 30s right now, y'all.
We need 20 more, y'all. Let's
And
get
that's
there.
on Bitter. Still Bitter. We only have 5 reviews right now, so we need about 45, y'all. But it's still a new book, you know. And if some people are learning about Bitter through Still Bitter, you know, because I'm advertising Still Bitter, and people are like, okay. And then they see Bitter and like, what's this? And like, that's the first book. And they're like, oh well, we're not gonna read the second book until we read the first book. So
that constitutes a review, though, right? If I go on and say Bitter was great, can't wait to read Still Bitter.
Yeah.
That was for you. I was asking that question, but that was really for you. You can go and say, I'm going to read this.
Right.
And that constitutes a review.
So we got Still Bitter. I'm writing Bitter Family Secrets right now. I'm on like page 30, 31, 32.
And what's going on with the? You got a YouTube. What is?
So we talk about the bitter details.
Yeah.
You keep going back
Yeah,
to that because I messed up in the beginning. That's where my page was at. My mind was on that page. So I'm linking up with Old Soul Photo as I normally do. That's who does all my trailers. So I'm trying something a little different. I'm gonna try to do a web series. And
with the characters,
and I'm using the same people that were in my trailer to do the web series.
That's dope.
So I think they're great people. We have we starting off with Catherine Burns of Boston and Miles Burke of Boston, or Kingsley Burke of Boston. Craig. People's favorite character, Craig and Ava.
It's fireworks right off the jump. First episode, fireworks.
So maybe you can't give this away, but are the episodes going to be from the book? Or are you going? Is a spinoff from the book?
Yeah, so you can say it's like a spinoff from the book.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jay.
Basically, it's like we call it Bitter Details because it's the characters that you know from the book, but they're given additional information that might not have been in the book.
Okay.
You know, in regards to some of the other characters. So maybe there was a situation with, you know, two of the characters in the book having an altercation. Now the details will have a third character that's privy to what was going on that maybe didn't go into detail in the book, but this third character is now putting you on in the web series. All right, this is what really happened. This is what the situation really was. And it's still going to tie into the book, but it's like just little extra nuggets that you get that fill the story when you read the book.
Yeah, that's going to pop. That's dope. That's dope.
Good look.
All right, when can I? When's the first one coming out on it?
Well, we ain't filming yet. We're
filming on Sunday.
Yeah, tomorrow we're filming the first one. So we got brothers coming down, you know,
That's
Brother
dope,
Kings is coming down, and Catherine's coming down to reprise their roles. And,
Yeah. We got a call. Who's coming in?
Well, I'm gonna call you later.
Someone calling in?
Yeah.
Already?
So where we at? We got the
Bitter Details.
The Bitter Details. Got
So that's
the web
the
series
that's an
coming. That's
immediate
crazy.
future, and then, you know, the third installment.
Right.
Hopefully, what, next year sometime?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hopefully
so
I'll finish it this year.
Vick Breedy.
Yes.
That's who you are?
Yes, that's a pen name.
Okay. Okay.
Most people that know me know my real name. If you know me, know me. If you know me as an author, it's Vick Breedy. And I chose that name. It's actually still my name. It's still a family name. I use Vick. Vick is my grandmother, and I'll say her name. Her name is Frances Vick of Malden. She, you know, that's her last name.
Okay.
Her maiden name, her last name. And then Gloria Pitcher, who is Gloria Breedy of Lynn, and Breedy is the maiden name.
Okay.
I took both of my grandmother's maiden names and put it into one. So Vick is the maternal side, Breedy is the paternal side.
Okay.
So it's a family name. And I will mention that second publisher wanted me to change my name too.
Wow.
They felt that it was too masculine and people wouldn't know.
Jesus,
you know.
what did he or she like?
It
seemed like they was shifting.
It was a tough time.
Well, it's like, you know, and it was fortunate too because we, you know, Vick wasn't the only one to suffer through that. You know, he had other authors on there that he kind of put through the ringer too. And it was like, I don't like to talk dirt about everybody, you know what I mean? But it was just like the lowest common denominator type of situation. You know what I mean? It was like everything was he didn't even read the books. You know what I mean? He had someone reading the books. He's the
somebody else read.
He had someone else reading them. And then, but he would be the one to suggest changes, you know. So he would.
Wow!
And like he, you know, with the covers was one thing. Like all of the covers, all the authors, there was no identity. Like all the covers looked identical. It looked like club flyers from like 2000 when he first started learning how to use Photoshop. You know what I mean? Flyers, explosions everywhere. You know what I mean? That's what they look like. You know what I mean? So it was like, wow. And then changing the name too, it was like, Vick Breedy is a powerful name because, again, it ties into the philosophy of the colors. You know, you want it to be neutral. You want people to be drawn in. When Vick Breedy can be a man or a woman.
Sure can.
Be Victor or Vicky.
Gotcha.
A lot of people on Facebook thought I was a man when they, you know, saw the name. I was like, who is Vick Breedy friending me?
Now they're just gonna, you know, now they'll just be attracted to the simple title, Bitter. And if I seen a book and it just said Bitter on it, I'm like, what's that all about?
Right.
If you have pictures and just, it's just like a trailer that tells too much of the movie, that shows too many scenes. You go to the movie and it's like,
Gotcha.
I already read that.
I was just good with the trailer.
Right.
Okay. Well, is anybody y'all want to shout out? Anybody? Any hollers? Any?
Let's see. Let's a list.
That's
Let's start with. I want to shout out my family. You know, Team Bitter, the Team Bitter Varsity. Jason is my family. You know, Old Soul Photo. He does all my stuff. Does my trailers. He did some of my my pictures for marketing that I put on Facebook. Some of the dope pictures, like that picture that I have with my cousin Kayla Murkison, who does all of my modeling. You know, she's like my go-to model, but she's also my little cousin, Kayla Murkison. I refer to her as EVB, and that stands for Electronic Vick Breedy, because I wasn't on social media until 2014. And in the beginning, I needed a lot of her help, and she was the mastermind behind it. So I call her the Electronic Vick Breedy. But like I said, she does like all the marketing. But that one picture, she has like a ski mask on in a bikini with the jacket open and two men, one on the side. And he took that shot. That's like one of my favorite pictures that I have. But I want to shout her out. I want to shout out my family. We'll start with, you know, Daryl Murkison, Nadine Murkison, you know, the pictures, all of the pictures. If you know the last name picture, I want to, you know, they've all helped me. Everybody on every level. Like, we talk about Team Bitter. You know, people wonder like what Team Bitter is, who Team Bitter is. You know, I came up with, you know, I can't say I came up with the definition. I approved the definition.
You haven't read Bitter, I think that you should read it. And also, Ashley, we worked out with Ashley for the last 2 months, and I tell you, Ashley will work you. He will work you to death. When you're doing your exercise, though, you don't really feel like you're exercising. You just feel like you're working out something that you could do at home. But then after you leave and you start feeling it, you're like, whoa, that hurt. And then you go and you're like, I'm tired, I can't do this. And for me, I ran. He came and got me and wasn't allowing me to get away. So he really works you. It's a really good workout, and you lose a lot of weight. So far, I've lost, I'm going to say 12 pounds. So you do your workout and you do it well. If you follow what he gives you, you'll do a lot and you'll go far.
So do you think one of those characters in the book is actually Vic, and she's just acting like it's not?
It could possibly be.
Which one?
Ava could be Vic.
Who?
Ava.
Ava could be Vic?
Ava could be Vic.
Okay, let's find out. We're going to ask if Ava's Vic.
And also Charmaine, so I can relate to Charmaine a lot. I remember growing up young, some things that happened, and I could be Charmaine. Even as my kids, after I had my kids, dealing with domestic violence, and then working my way out of it, and just knowing that I can do better and know better, it really relates home. And you're like, yep, that's definitely me. That's something that I went through. So read the book; it's really good.
I'd say I feel like Chris Sims, my web design person, really, you know, put it into a definition. He says that it's an elite group of people that support the vision of Vick Breedy. And that's basically, you know, what it is. And everybody has a different level. You know, I have, you know, my girl, Sharika Alfred. I call her Gail, you know, like Oprah and Gail. My ride or die. You know, everybody on the team. Everybody, I mean, you guys know who you are at Team Bitter. I can just, you know, start naming names and stuff. But, you know, I appreciate them more than they know, because I need them to get the word out. It can't be just me. It won't work that way. And I don't have the money that these big publishing companies have to market myself on the level, you know, to get, you know, mass attention. You know, and like I said, that continues to be my hurdle. You know, how do I get people in New York? How do I get people in DC? How do I, you know, everywhere? How do I get people to know about Bitter?
Right.
You know, so I push it on social media. I just recently put, "Damn, did you read Bitter?" on a electronic billboard to get some, hopefully to get some more hits on my page. But as far as shouting people out, like I said, I want to shout out my family. I want to shout out Team Bitter. You guys know who you are. I want to shout you out because this is an opportunity for me to market big time.
No, I appreciate
that.
I appreciate you. I'm in the same boat. I'm building the brand.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
The drive, y'all. I say another thing too, and I told you I wasn't a talker, right? I'm not a talker, y'all, but you know,
And I gave her
better.
this face.
You know, we got a forum.
Oh man.
So now you give her this face.